The moment the jeweler stormed into courtroom for B, the air snapped like a rubber band stretched too thin. He wore a fat gold Cuban link around his neck that glinted under the lights. And he looked like money, confidence rolling off him like cologne. But he wasn't here to flex. He was here to get his ring back. He claimed the defendant, a tall, wiry young man in worn sneakers and a nervous smile, owed him $4,200 for a custom diamond ring. The jeweler said the ring was taken on credit, with a promise to pay next Friday. And next Friday never came. Now, the jeweler wanted the ring back or the cash. The young man's story was simpler. He claimed he paid $2,500 cash up front and owed the rest. But the jeweler took the money and then started ducking his calls when the ring turned his finger green. The defendant said he didn't want the ring anymore. He wanted his $2,500 back. The jeweler, in his Versace shades, said there was never a payment, no receipt, no Zelle. No cash dash, nothing. Judge Juno leaned back, silent, her eyes cutting through the noise like a blade. This was not her first jewelry fight, but the tension made the bailiff shift on his feet. Halfway through, the jeweler pulled out a thick folder of invoices, phone screenshots, and blurry photos of the ring. The ring, fat with diamonds, was sitting on the defendant's finger in one photo captioned fresh. The defendant said, yes, he wore it home, but he didn't want it after it started turning his skin. Then the twist dropped. Judge Juno asked, do you have the ring with you today? The young man hesitated, reaching into his pocket and pulling out a greasy paper towel. He unwrapped it slowly, revealing the diamond ring, scratched but intact. The courtroom inhaled sharply. Judge Juno asked one question, calmly, but with a deadly edge, is this real gold? The jeweler's jaw tightened, eyes darting for half a second before he said, yes, 14 karat. Judge Juno nodded, then reached for her magnifying glass, inspecting the inside band. She tilted it toward the bailiff, who raised his brows. Stamped inside was GP. Gold-plated, not 14 karat, not solid, not even close. The courtroom was silent except for the defendant's quiet, shaky breath. Judge Juno's voice cut through, low but hard as a gavel. You misrepresented this ring. You charged $4,200 for a ring you claimed was solid 14K gold, but it's gold-plated. The young man's finger turned green because your ring was not what you sold. The jeweler tried to stammer something about industry standards, but Judge Juno's hand went up. Silence fell like a hammer. She ruled swiftly, her voice echoing. Here's what we're going to do. The defendant returns the ring today, right now. You, sir, refund him the $2,500 you took from him under false pretenses. You are not getting $4,200 for a misrepresented piece of jewelry. This is my courtroom, and I will not allow hustling under the guise of business. The jeweler opened his mouth, but Judge Juno's stare turned him to stone. She finished, leaning forward with her signature closing heat. Next time you want to flex with a big gold chain, make sure you aren't selling brass to the people who trust you. Case dismissed. And just like that, the courtroom doors opened and the young man walked out lighter, the greasy paper towel empty in his hands, but $2,500 richer in a judgment he would collect before the sun set. The jeweler, chain still glinting, learned that in Judge Juno's courtroom. The truth weighs more than gold, because around here you don't get to shine if you don't play clean.